Welcome to all of you. Today I am going to discuss another important area, which is advanced income tax or withholding tax. And again, I'm not going to discuss all the withholding tax or the advanced income tax sources which are subject to different tax rates. Today I'm going to discuss only one particular source, which is interest, right? Advanced income tax on interest. Let's look at advanced tax on interest, how it's applied, how the process goes, right? So when it says advance income tax, word itself, it explains advance. You're paying income tax in advance, right? You're paying income tax in advance to the government for their government expenditure, right? So advance income tax on interest. Interest mean one source which is subject to advance income tax, right? One circular issued on this regard for bank and financial institution. I will show little later on that particular circular which explain everything, right? The rate applicable for advance income tax on interest is 5%, right? Irrespective of any threshold, they are subject to withholding tax 5%, right? So this is the circular number 2023 E2. Explain everything, right? You can refer your more information if you wish to read, right? So let's look at our mind map, right? I will explain in a simplified way how this process, right? So let's look at you as an investor. You have extra money and you are going to invest in a bank, right? Yeah, bank, right? You're making a FD over there as your investment, right? As your investment. You're placing a FD. In return, what you will get interest, interest income, right? So, will you get entire interest income to your account or whether there are any withholding tax or advance income tax? Let's assume, let's say for the month of April 2024, right? You are getting gross interest, 100,000, right? And bank will deduct what? Advance income tax, 5%, right? How much? It's 5,000. Then you will get how much exactly? 95,000 as net interest, right? You will get net interest 95,000. Will you get only this 95,000? No. You will get another document, important document called Advance Income Tax Deduction Certificate. Advance Income Tax Deduction Certificate. Advance Income Tax Deduction Certificate, which will show, right, how much your gross interest and how much was the advance income tax deducted and how much you are getting for this month, right? Net interest, right? This is also really important, right? And this certificate bank will issue on no before 30th of May 2024. In our case, since I got the example April 2024, then you will get on no before 30th day of the following month, right? This certificate is important you to have when you are claiming the tax credit at the end of the year, right? It is important. ඔයාට මේක නැතුව tax credit claim කරන්න බෑ මේකේ තියෙන detail ඕන. Finally, when you are submitting tax return and you need to declare all this stuff, right? This is for one particular month, right? If you will get 12 certificate for entire year of assessment, and you need to take all total as a gross interest and take the all total credit when you are filing the income tax return at the end of the year, and making the balance payment 30th September of the 2025, right? If our year of assessment is 2024, 2025, right? So, right? So bank, what will do with this 5,000, right? Deducted 5,000, they are supposed to remit it to the Inland Revenue Department, this 5,000 monthly, right? So advance income tax 5,000, they will remit it to Inland Revenue Department, right? IRD, right? Right? They will remit it to Inland Revenue Department, right? On or before 15th May 2024 in our example, right? On or before 15 day of the following month as per the law, right? ඊළඟ මාසේ 15 වෙනිදාට කලින් Inland Revenue Department එකට අපි deduct කරපු සල්ලි ටික remit කරන්න ඕන, right? This is required to deduct. You can't keep in your accounts and you can't enjoy, right? Bank need to remit it to the Inland Revenue Department, right? And the same time, what else banks they have to do? Bank or financial institution, right? They need to do another document, quarterly install, is in statement, right? Quarterly return, right? So the bank will submit on advance income tax on interest. They will submit quarterly statement, right? Quarterly statement. Then all deposit holders figures, right? How much interest and how much tax deducted, and all these stuff they will declare in this particular return, right? Let's say April, May, June quarter. Then they are supposed to submit 30th July, 2024 in our scenario, right? On or before 30th day of the subsequent month. I will show that circular as well. This is the circular, right? Then circular number 2023 E5, you can refer for more detail. And then the due date, and they specified also that they have specified the return format as well in this particular circular itself, right? And why this? Earlier it was annual return, but this became quarterly return because the senior citizens now they are eligible to claim the refund. And for senior citizens, they can refer this circular 2023 E6, right? How they can claim the refund if they are who is 60 years old or above, anytime during the year of assessment, they can make a refund for withholding tax deducted by the bank, advance income tax 5% deducted on their investment, right? Right. It's clear, right? So when we go to my map again, so then finally, as an individual, what you will do at the end of the year, what you will do? You will submit the annual return, right? So when you are submitting the annual return, when you are performing annual income tax computation, you will get all income sources, and interest also you will declare on the investment. You will have accessible income from employment, right? You will have accessible income from business if you are doing a business, right? If you are having investment, accessible income from investment. Under that, you will declare gross interest. Gross interest, how much? Let's assume this consistent amount is there, 100,000 per month. Then annually you will get 1.2 million interest. This is gross interest, right? Then accessible income from other, let's say we don't have, then you will get total accessible income. Then you will deduct relief and qualifying payment, right? And then you will get taxable income, and then you will apply the tax rates. I'm not going to explain the all rates and things. If you wish to understand, you can refer my another video which explain how to calculate individual income tax for 2023 2024, right? It's explain everything, right? Then finally, when you are once you apply the rate, you will get tax liability, right? You will get tax liability for the year. Then what you can do is you can claim here, very important thing, tax credit, right? Under that, very important, you can get this credit, right? This each month you in from your investment income, bank has deducted 5,000, right? 5,000 into 12, 60,000, right? Right. Then you will get 5,000 into 12 as a tax credit, right? Right. Sorry. Yeah, the correct 60,000 as based on the certificate you received at that particular time. At that particular time, you'd have received 12 certificates, right? You will have 12 certificate. Based on the 12 certificate figures, you will claim the tax credit, advance income tax paid on interest. You can take the credit, 60,000, right? Then if there are any balance, you will pay on or before 30th September 2025, balance income tax, balance income tax, right? Balance income tax, you will pay. Then these two things are linked to here, right? If you take gross interest, you multiply it by 12 and take it as here. Don't multiply it in the actual scenarios. You need to have all 12 certificate and take that, right? And calculate all 12 interest income and calculate all 12 advance income tax deducted, right? Yeah, this is I'm getting random amounts. Therefore, I'm applying this, right? I think advance income tax on interest, it's very clear. And also, if you look at this circular, right? So if you look at this circular, you can see some exemptions are there, right? I'm not going to discuss all these stuff, right? Interest accruing or derived any person on money line on credit in foreign currency, right? It's exempt and there are a lot of exemptions on that. Then you can have a read, have a look on this circular as well. I will provide a link on these circulars which are applicable for interest income, interest on advance income tax on interest, right? And another important circular which highlight everything on other withholding tax as well. I will do a separate video for other main withholding tax sources, right? So this circulars also I will share with you in the video description. You can download this circular is another important one. And this is another important for withholding tax, right? For foreign remittances, how withholding tax system is applicable. I will discuss when I am discussing those areas. And another circular, it's applicable for withholding tax and advance income tax. It's, right? And again, another circular for all the government bodies related parties, right? And this is which I showed to you, circular 5 and circular 6, 2023 for senior citizens, right? This mind map, I think if, you can get a clear picture of this, how the withholding tax on interest 5% is applicable. It's easy for you to remember and how process goes. And in order to claim this credit, mostly in the practical issues are, when you are claiming this credit 60,000 annually, then at the same time, respective bank or financial institution also they would have submitted this particular, they should submit this quarterly return and that amount and your TIN number and your NIC or the reference or the withholding certificate numbers should match with the IRD record, and then only you are eligible to claim the credit. Otherwise, you can't as you wish. You can't fraudulently claim any credit, right? It should be matched with the both party. What bank has declared to the internal department and what you are claiming based on the 60,000 based on 12 certificate, both should be matched. All right. Then only if IRD will check, because bank will submit entire customer base detail, right? They might have uh, some mistakes, right? It might happen, right? What you will to make sure is, right, then the IRD will check your 60,000, this 60,000, whether this particular bank has properly declared, and whether you are claiming the same thing, right? Your claim also right? Your claim also right. Then if you are claiming 70,000, bank has, let's say you are claiming 60,000, right? But bank has declared only 50,000. Will you get the 60,000 credit? No, right? Then because this is kind of a third party verification before granting the credit, IRD will go ahead with the bank schedule whether they have declared properly what the credit you are requesting, right? Hope it's clear to everyone. Stay connected. I will come with another video, right, on advanced income tax on different source, and make sure you subscribe and comment if you have any questions on this area. I will answer your question if I have a time. All right, based on my availability. And all the best for your exam and everything. Thank you.